Yo, what's up, Joe?
Yo, I'm trying to tell you to start talking over there.
My bad, bro. What's going on?
Good dog. We good. We just might as well get alive. We on the fly. Sorry about that, everybody. Joey
My
Blaze here,
bad.
special guest to start the show. The new nine-man A division champion quarterback, Mr. TJ Holston, and your defending regional champion for state. Let that be a reminder of what the Wolverines did last season in the Keystone Flag Football League and what Mr. TJ Holston did over the weekend at the XFFL April Fool's Tournament.
Win, 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 win.
Win. 5-0 on the weekend. Hey, I'll tell you, the Elite Rebels.
I think that's really misunderstated in this whole thing.
Yeah.
Is they didn't lose a single game all weekend.
Plus 47. Plus 47.
Very misunderstated thing in this whole ordeal here.
Did not lose a single game. And you look at the resume they had this weekend. They beat the Punishers twice. They got one over the 148 athletes as well. Give a lot of credit to the Elite Rebels rolling into the semifinals. I believe you guys got the win there on Punishers as well in the rematch.
Yeah, that's a really good game.
Yeah.
Mud.
That mud was wild from what I was told over the weekend. Like I heard it was
bro.
Slope. And of course, hey, Strong Island Bulldogs. You guys finally got them on over the weekend too.
Yeah, man.
TJ,
Yeah, man. We had a good tournament. I mean, my team played really fucking well, honestly. My offensive line, defensive line, led by Dave Butler. I mean, my O-line, Fred, David Heisler, Jack Vile, tight end Matt, Brandon March played a little bit. Steve Moon, defensive line, Tony, Darnell. I mean, all those guys, man. Secondary, Jordan Lagana was pulling flags left and right. He's a PA guy. Doobie Dorm. I mean, we got so much talent on our team, man. And they, my receivers, I mean, good luck covering them, I'll be honest. Because they all do really good things. We had a good, it was a really good team effort, man. It was good to see.
Hey, I'll tell you, congratulations, TJ Holston. The Elite Rebels, big milestone. I believe they are the first DMV team to win a non-DMVA tournament since 7.1 Nationals back in 2018. I believe that was the last time a DMV team traveled outside the DMV and won an A tournament on the circuit. The Elite Rebels broke through this weekend, and they showed that they belong in the upper echelon of nine-man. You got to think, in the last year, they beaten main event at Nationals. They just beat the Lions for the championship. They beat the Bulldogs over the weekend. They got 3 wins on the Punishers. And, of course, that little rivalry, CJ versus TJ, gets the Rollers.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we thought, honestly, I mean, no disrespect to the Lions. They got a great team, but the Rollers rolled on Saturday. I thought, they were the 1 seed. We really wanted the 1 seed. We felt like we were going to get it, but the Lions balled the fuck out on Saturday and ended up getting the 1 seed. And we thought we were going to play them in the championship, man. And Lions obviously ended up winning. But it was cool to beat them because that was kind of, the last team we really needed to beat, of the North teams. And we got it done because they whipped our ass in Nationals.
Yeah, and you guys and you remember it all started for you guys a year ago at Ocean City.
Yeah.
If you recall that first A bracket game where you guys went out there against the Misfits and 41.
No, I remember, Joe.
Yeah.
No, I remember. We had a talk after that game.
I at the concession stand line, I walked up to you as you were getting, I don't know what you were getting, but I said to you, are you sure about this A stuff?
I don't remember what I said, man, but probably on the lines of, yeah, I'm sure. I mean, whatever. And you were supposed to video our game, and you went down to the other field, and it ended up being a barn burner.
Man, let me tell you, I couldn't miss out on the Tri-State Spartans and Bad Boys game.
I mean, you didn't know, dude. I mean, honestly, we went down 14-0 in that game too. But
that's kind of where I was at because I felt bad because I didn't want to. And I sound like a complete asshole when I say this. I didn't want to.
It's okay.
That had just got blown out if only
Yeah,
because
no.
I just filmed the Lions blow out the Misfits.
Yeah. Dude, I
It's-
completely get it, and I respect it, honestly.
yeah,
I understand it. I mean, like you said, no other 8 teams won since 7-point spread.
yeah, and that's been the
You
one
know?
thing that has stood out the most about the DMV and its struggles is the inability to win in the A outside of this region.
Yeah.
And in fact, the last few DMV A champions in tournaments in general were PME, Rampage, and Adrenaline Rush, I do believe, were the last
Yeah.
3 winners of A tournaments.
Yeah. But I mean, even no disrespect to those teams, but I believe those are all even local tournaments. You didn't have the big dogs in those tournaments. You didn't have Bulldogs. You didn't have Punishers. You didn't have Main Event. You didn't have, Lions. That's the thing about on Sunday is you got to go through the gauntlet. You got to play a Lions. You got to play a Punishers. You got to play a Dogs back to back to back to get it done. It's tough, man. It's not easy because those teams are talented as hell.
They are, and it's crazy to think like a couple years ago, and just how much the DMV has shifted. We go back to 2019. That was the last full circuit year before COVID shut down all of 2020, and it came back in 21 as a completely different looking region compared to the one it was in 19, when the Bullets and Anarchy were the 2 main A teams of ADR up top. Some of those Anarchy guys. I remember watching them on the field against ADR when that team lost to them at Nationals and / Worlds in 2020, and that team died in that very moment.
Yep.
Some of those core guys, some of the rebels on that team, made a good move later on that year when they joined up with BC Elite.
Yeah, man. We, most of them were, it was, Fred and Said mainly, Los, Cooper, a couple other guys. But yeah, we needed a line. We had some skill players, and it was kind of like, the perfect marriage, honestly. And a lot of bumps in the road. A lot of people wanted to kind of break up for a time, but everyone trusts the process, and I think it's kind of paying off now, man. It's fun to see.
You had 3 different groups from almost 3 different regions that almost helped complete this team. You talk about the Rebels portion, the old WAC Rebels of the MAFL.
Yeah.
Which this season, the Elite Rebels will be down there in MAFFL. They're going to start this Sunday. I believe you all have a double header, one of which is against Rampage to conclude the day.
Yep. We play in MAFL, we play Team Petty, and then we play Rampage. We'll be playing in there this year, man. It's
What's your impressions on the move down to MAFL for the season? Are you excited? Because there's a lot of teams down in MAFFL this year between you guys, PME, Rampage out there. The usual guys at MAFL, AFN, Blackhawks, Team Petty, Southside, Ride Out. Like you're talking a really stacked league coming in
100%.
Fall season.
Yeah, that's what we want to do. We want to play really good teams. But the thing about MAFL is it's deep. There's twice as many teams in MAFL as there is in OMFFL. So I think that's what's fun. We don't want to pay $1,300 to play 5 teams. Like we play less money and go play 11 teams. I'm tired of seeing the Scorpions and the Misfits and the Titans. So no disrespect to their league. I love those guys. And I kind of wish we could just come through together as, our leagues are an hour away. Why can't we just get 16, 17, 18 teams in one league and just play it that way?
That's very good.
I think that would be the best thing to do.
I think that'd be the biggest thing to do as well. Right now, like we have so many teams in this region alone. Like you almost have more teams in the DMV than any other 9-man region. MAFL right now sitting at 11. I know them at OMFFL are set to have the big showdown in Pasadena next month. That'll be May 14th and 15th. We're looking forward to that one. Of course, OMFFL, MAFL. Over here, Washington County, we're currently sitting at 6 teams for the season. Up north, Keystone, they're at 5, albeit we're sharing 2 teams between both the leagues this season. So really, we got about 8 or 9 in total. When you put all those numbers together, you almost have a total of over 20 teams in the DMV, if not 25.
Yeah.
Which you in theory have an A, a B, and even a C division in theory.
Yeah. Yeah, all in the DMV. Yeah. I mean, that's what's tough. Like when we go travel, it's because like we're so spread out. Like we have a lot of talent, so but it's on a lot of different teams. A lot of the teams up north, they don't have as many teams, and they just come stacked, especially with their A teams.
And the one thing I've always said about the North and the South is, and I said this on the phone with a colleague from up north, was that up north, the term flag football, the term flag is more emphasized. They're more flag players. Down here, a lot of us come from traditional old school football, and I think we emphasize the football portion more down here.
Yeah.
And I think that as time has gone on, has created a more interesting game where you're seeing a lot of guys who are tackle players who've made the transition successfully here to DMV.
100%. Physicality will show, man. I think it showed with us this weekend.
Yeah.
We got some hitters. We got some hitters on our team.
And you've
got some maulers.
You guys you're killing it right now. This Rebels team is one to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, we just gotta keep it going. So that's the goal, man. That's the goal. Go have some fun in Maffle and just keep it up. Because it's fun when you win one, but it's more fun when you keep winning. So I'm trying to get as many people as we can in this Ocean City tournament, and then go to Atlantic City. Should be really good too. Atlantic City should be a really good tournament.
And Ocean City for you guys coming up is going to be huge. Fresh off of winning XFL, you yourself, TJ, you have had a hell of a run the last 3.5 years almost, going back to that summer of 19 in Charm City Classic, where BC Elite fell just short the Renegades.
Yeah.
Or even Clash of York, you guys had that struggle with Rampage. Forever, you guys kept drawing In every York tournament, there has been a Rebels Rampage matchup some way or another.
Yeah, and they would always beat us.
Until you guys finally got one on them at the last Clash of York 3.
Yep.
And then you look at your success in league play as well. You went with you were the original championship quarterback for the Misfits when they won KFFL in 2019. You came back to the league 2 years later in what was a radically different league, I'd imagine, compared to the one you played in 19. And went through the toughest KFFL season with the Wolverines finishing out with that championship win over the Misfits, that stunning upset we had back in Shippensburg in November. You've been on a hell of a ride, man. National semifinalist after you beat main event, the eventual champion on day one. And to think, like 9 months prior, Mike D was in the chat for that Ocean City game, giving you a lot of props and praise for the game you were playing. Nobody knew much about TJ Holston at the time in 9-man. I think the entire country needs to know that name now. Yeah. And I've been saying for the last year or so, this man is the quarterback under 30. He is the future of the game if he keeps it up at the pace he's with.
They'll know it soon, Joe.
I've seen the look in your eyes in games, man. I've seen it. Don't take offense. You got the Brady look. You got that Brady look at times.
Just don't give me the ball last. You give me the ball last, you'll fucking lose.
This man has been a master at game-winning drives. We have, and just over the weekend, I believe you hit Brandon Rowe in the back of the end zone for the game-winning score.
Yeah, that shit was lit, man. That was a fun-ass game. That was really fun. The whole tournament was fun. I talk a lot of shit, but I love playing that game, man, and just playing playing Eric, right? Playing Bose, playing Butte, playing Johnny, playing Bailey, Rob Lane, Costa, Alfier, all those dudes, man. It brings the best out of you, and it's really fucking fun. And I'm just looking forward to the next tournament, man. Honestly, it's a really good time. It's nice seeing like a team. It's nice seeing like a team like us kind of go up and do it. So hopefully people realize like you just put in the time, get some talent. Like it's just football at the end of the day, and that's what I've always said. I mean, obviously these teams are more talented, but you can do it if you got the right guys, man.
And that's the one thing that you guys did. You had the right guys in the right places. If we talk about it, the way the Rebels were built, you took guys who had been around the game in a long time, got an MAFFL with Coach Said and Fred and company, They had been playing flag forever. They had the background in semi-pro we had talked about earlier. We played tackle football. You go up there, the BC Elite crew that you guys had started out with playing 8-man at the Baltimore County League way back now. And, of course, up north, the York guys who came in and made it work out. And we had talked about it. York has been a territory that has been wanting 9-man for a while. There's a lot of talent up there. They might have the best. Yeah. There's a lot of underrated talent up there.
100%. We got a lot of talent from York on our team, man. We got a lot of PA guys. We got a lot of PA guys on our team, and they're all fucking good. Every single one of them.
That's the thing.
A lot of them are starters.
Yeah. And you take a look. You got this hybrid of a team that just goes straight down the highway from York down through Baltimore into DC. And when you're able to put together a recruiting base that covers 3 different areas with guys of different backgrounds and knowledge of the game, you put together an A championship winning squad. And that's what we saw this past weekend with the Elite Rebels.
Yeah, man. Everyone balled in, and everyone was there for a reason. Everyone showed up on time. Everyone was there for a reason. Everyone wanted to win. Everyone did their job. We talked some shit. We had some fun, and we won a championship. That's what it's all about.
And that, for me, is the best part of it, was seeing you guys go out there and win it all.
Yeah, it was it was good. It was scary at first, I'll be honest. We started out like shit in the championship, and just felt like it was going to be another one of them fucking games, to be honest. But we defense won that game, man. They stepped up, gave our offense a chance, and came through at the end.
Yeah. And I